This is Rod, live within your means. Hey, just wanted to show something that I noticed a while back, but I actually started looking at silver and gold back in 1999 and became aware that it's a pretty safe place to put your money if things are bad. And I want you to notice something that a lot of people say, oh, gold, gold's going to go up. That's a true statement. It's been dragging well, pretty low for a while now, and right now it has jumped just recently from around $1,300–1,400 an ounce up to over $1,500 an ounce. But anyway, if you look at what it did from about 1999, when it was around $300 an ounce, 250 to 300, and I figured it would do what it did. Look at this. Look how similar this is. This little thing that it did back in the 70s, and then it peaked out there in 1980, and then it stayed rather level for a long time. But look at what it did here. That shape and what it did is almost identical to what it did between 1999 and when it peaked in 2011. And if you look at this, what happened, it went from about, let's say, $300 an ounce. At the low, it was really at 250 an ounce. And then it went to over, let's see, over seven times what it was in the low. Over 7 times. Because it went up to really where it was well over 1750 an ounce, which would have been 7 times as much. But if you take a look at, we're going to look at platinum here in just a second. Well, let's take a look at it now. Platinum was down around $400 an ounce. And let's pull that up just a little bit in 99. Around $400 an ounce. And it went up, and it actually peaked here a few years before that, which is kind of an odd thing. Went up and then down. But if you look at what it followed gold, when it peaked in 2011, actually peaked a little before that in 2010, and it got up to about $1,800 an ounce. So it didn't really go up quite as much as gold did. It had been around 400, and it went up over 4 times that amount. And really, when it peaked here in 2007, it went up to around $2,200 an ounce, which was more than 5 times what it had been. And one of the interesting things about platinum, I do believe that gold and silver were both confiscated back in the 1930s by the federal government. I don't believe that platinum ever was. And if I'm wrong, someone's welcome to contact me or put some notes down there to correct me. I know that gold and silver were confiscated. People could only have so much gold or so much silver, unless they were a jeweler, and had another reason to have it. But anyway, platinum is something that didn't go up quite as much as gold, but at the same time, people were able to hold on to it that had it. And if we look over, and these are all on Kitco, these charts. This was the amazing one, is silver. When I became aware of it, thought about it for investment back in 1999, it was down under $500, or excuse me, under $5 an ounce. When that peaked in 2011, or about the time that gold did, it was up, in fact, approaching $45 an ounce. And it did go up higher than that, but then it, of course, like most of them, they peak up and drop back down rather rapidly. And nevertheless, $5 to 45, that's 9 times as much as it had been. So obviously, the upside of silver, the potential is really greater than gold. But both gold and silver, you can recognize the government could confiscate those outlaw having more than, make it illegal to have more than, so many ounces. I think it was around 5 ounces, 5 ounces of gold that you could have, but I don't know how many ounces of silver you could have. But yeah, I think it was, you could not have over 5 ounces of gold. Platinum, I do not believe that the government did anything to platinum at that time. So there's no doubt that these precious metals have really been dragging bottom the last few years. And there are a lot of people, I've actually known people that have sold real estate and purchased precious metals. And anyhow, it's certainly worth having some. Just people keep it, excuse me, as kind of a hedge against inflation, especially when things look rough. You certainly could have made a lot more money over the last many years on things other than precious metals. Chances are you didn't make anything on those if you owned them back at 2011 till now. They've just been a tremendous loss. But where a lot of people are concerned that we're heading into a serious recession, some people are concerned that it could be worse than the Depression of 1929. Anyway, you might take a look at those, and it's a way to be able to take care of your family and have something in case the dollar, well, if there's hyperinflation and the dollar becomes so weak that you lose your purchasing power, then you may want to have some precious metals on hand. Put money you have into some extra food storage and pay off your debts. Anyway, this is Rod, Live Within Your Means. I hope this is helpful to you to think about this and look at what your options are. Anyway, have a wonderful day.